Guys, a very good afternoon. And let me tell you, I've been on dais in so many events from last almost 2 decades. But you don't imagine the happiness. मतलब मैं कुर्सी पे बैठा हूँ लेकिन कुर्सी पे नहीं हूँ, मैं हवे में हूँ. बिकॉज वो बोलता है ना, ईश्वर देता है ना तो छप्पर फाड़ के देता है. वो बात सही है क्योंकि दिस फायर साइड चैट वॉज बिटवीन निरंजन हीरानंदानी एंड हफीज सर. वो दोनों का मैच था वहां पर. लेकिन लगता होगा कि हर एक को लगता है कि हमको भी कहीं ऊपर जाना है, तो शायद वो बोलता है ना, अब हमारा भी वक्त आ रहा है. ऐसी हालत है. अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू नन अदर देन द लेजेंड, the Pitama Bhishmacharya of our real estate industry, Sri Hafeez Contractor. I know describing or introducing Hafeez Contractor is a real task, but still, we all know that Sir has designed and changed the shape and the outlook of the real estate industry. Some notable buildings which Sir has done: Twin Tower, the Imperial in Mumbai, the 42 Kolkata, 23 Marina Bay in Dubai, among the tallest towers of the world. Sir is one of the influential leaders in shaping the Mumbai skyline. A leader, a visionary, a legend, the Hafeez Contractor. A round of applause. Sir, very good afternoon, and I am very humbled and delighted and obliged. Sir, everyone knows the name of the Hafeez Contractor. But everyone has the beginning. So, from Hafeez, the legend Hafeez Contractor, the journey, I think the young generation, if they know, because they has to also have to learn that a boy who has come from Nasik to Mumbai and Mumbai to Colombia and now ruling not only India, entire world. Sir, over to you on your journey.
Thank you, Mr. Bandelkar. Thank you for saying all the good words. Okay, I have agreed to this kind of a conversation because I believe a lot of you are young architects, and there are millions of architects in this country and all over the world. And I would say that a lot of them are much more talented than me. That there might be a slight change in my approach, and I would like to just share my approach with you all. And I feel that that approach is one thing which every architect has. It'll be helping the industry and it'll help the architect himself. I was going to join the army, and for something or the other, I landed up in an architect's office and I joined that architect's office. I had not even joined the college, okay? After a few months, I joined the college. And some of my early years, in my first year or my second year, when I used to be standing behind my boss, and this is the first lesson that I learned from him or from the situation. A lady had come and she wanted us to design a bungalow. And my boss and my cousin and my mentor, Demas Kharegar, we designed a very nice bungalow, with vaulted roofs like the Le Corbusier style and everything. And after some few days when she came, we presented. And she looked at it and she says, very good, very good, very good. But this is not what I want. I want something softer and things like that. And so we said, okay, we'll design it for you again. And second time she came, the second time also she did not like it. And then finally she opened her purse and she took out a photograph of a small bungalow with pitch roof, lots of, it was like a typical fairy tale bungalow. And she gave it to my boss, Kharegat, and I was standing behind. And she says, oh, I would like to have a house like that. And my boss said, oh, this is not modern architecture, and this is not architecture, this. And she was very polite. She says, okay, this. And she said, thank you very much, and she left. And I knew at that time that she'll never come back to us. After she left, I told my boss, she wants a bungalow which is like a traditional bungalow, and this is where she's happy with. Why aren't we giving her that bungalow? And he says, you are a fool. I said, why? This is not architecture. We should do only what we are. And I begged to differ with him. But I could not say anything because I was just in my first year of architecture. Now, this is one principle which a lot of times, a lot of architects, when I finished the Global Educational Center, which Mr. Narayan Murthy, I had done 7 campuses for him. And when it came to the Global Educational Center, when I gave him a very, very nice and a contemporary building, and I was very proud of it, and he says, Hafeez, I don't want this. So I said, sir, what do you want? He says, I want a traditional building, how buildings are there in Yale. Have you gone to Yale? Have you? I said, sir, I studied at Columbia. I want Roman. I said, yeah, classical. Finally, I designed that building, and Mr. Narayan Murthy loves that building more than all the other 7 campuses that we have done. But when it was finished, a lot of my friends, architects, he said, hey, what are you doing? You should not do it like that. I said, the man is in ecstasy. He loves it. When Mrs. Sonia Gandhi came to inaugurate it, she loves it. Why can we not do that? Okay. So that is the first principle, I would say. Second thing, which I have learned when I started my practice, guys have got their needs. And we somehow or the other as architects feel that their needs are not my concern. I want to make a building, and a lot of guys, at least some of them now, have. So a person came to me, and it was the land ceiling time, 80 square meter flats, and a lot of you must be knowing that person also. Kirti Kedia is transformed. And he came. He was a young boy, that was his first job, and it was 1982 when I started my firm. He came and he says, Hafeez, I want you to design this building. 80 square meters? I said, yeah. And he says, I want this room sizes. So he gave me bedroom 10 by 14, this, living room 20 by 20, this. And he says, मेरे को ये size मांगता है, 80 square feet मांगता है. I said, very good, and I was very enthusiastic. Then by the time he was about to leave, I just calculated, and I said, Kirti, the carpet area of this flat is going more than 80. And, if I give you this room sizes, where are the passages, where is it? How will I do it? And he said, Arey Raja, tu dimag laga na ho jayega. I said, Arey, I can't beat arithmetic. I'm sure you must have seen Megh Malar. Megh Malar has got all bedrooms rounded. And while going, he's saying, Raja, मैं कल शाम को आता हूँ. Today afternoon he has given me the job, and कल शाम को मैं आता हूँ. I was, in the night I was thinking. Then 10 by 14, 140. I said 140. What I did, I took the edges and cut. So say one small triangle gone, and another small triangle gone. That much area is gone, but my room size is 10 by 14. Then 20 by 20 is the living room. I cut the corner off, 20 by 20, and I put one bedroom, one bedroom. And next day when he came, I gave him the sizes which no other builder was giving them in 80 square meters. And it became a hit. So that was another situation which I catered for and designed for it. Okay. So satisfy a need. Architecture, I say that, as architect, we are in the service industry. We are not here to just create monuments. Yes, you get a chance to create a monument, yes, do it. But 90% of our jobs, and I really do 90% of my work with builders, satisfy that time, satisfying the need. Okay? So that is another thing. I'll quote another example. There are many, many examples like this. I don't know if all of you are from Bombay. Then you must have seen Vastu at Worli. Now, that building, another builder, you all must be knowing, Kirit Thakkar. I designed this building. The plot was triangular, so I designed the building triangular. And because, open spaces, everything. And there also, it was a land ceiling, so 40 square meters square. Now, at that space, nobody wants a 40 square meter flat, so I designed a duplex. But the main thing was, the puja was going on, and after the puja, Kirit bhai is telling me, "Arey Hafeez bhai, Maharaj Sahib ne model dekha raho. So, center lines are given, everything is done. And the Maharaj Sahib comes and sees the model. It was a triangular building with a triangular top on top. And he says, "Arey, na. Trasu nahi chale." I hope you understand Gujarati. Huh? I said, "Arey, center line is given. Na. So then, instead of going against him, I took that plan and I made all triangles into curves, and made the pitch roof also into a curve. And he says, "Bahut saru. Listen to your client, listen to the criticism, and solve that criticism. I think it will lead you to a different building." And I tell you, that building has given me more publicity than any other building. Start with, Hiranandani. Hiranandani, we did Lake Castle, okay? There was nothing over there. And we made that some 1,000 feet long building, and we made those cutouts. And it was a success. Okay, fine. After that, Surendra told me that, and Niranjan definitely, we are not going to give you another job and you do this high-rise building and make it very expensive. We want something which is very, very economical, and we're not going to use granite. We don't want to use marble, glass and other things. But we want a building which will doesn't need maintenance. Now, I gave them some 2-3 designs, several of them, and he rejected. Finally, one day, I said, "Hey, Surendra, how about making palaces for poor people?" He says, "What do you mean by palaces for poor people?" And I said, "Oh, we'll make all buildings classical." Nobody had done classical buildings at that time. After the partition, the British had gone, after the independence, the British has gone, and nobody was making classical buildings. And I said, "We'll make classical buildings." He said, "Have you gone mad? 14 stories, 18 stories, how?" We started classical. And with that, coining that word, okay, palaces for poor people. And now today, not half, but a lot of buildings, residential all over India are classical, but it is for a purpose. Solve the purpose. The same thing with a double wall. Why I did double wall? Because each and every building was leaking. Because we wanted to do faster construction. So we made double wall, made another wall. But I gave 6 inches of carpet area to the builder to sell and to the occupant to use. So solving a problem, but at the same time giving profit to the builder and more area to your customer. So that's the first principle.
Sir, thank you. See, the learning, I don't know how many of you learned. Sir didn't stop where the problem was there. So, I also keep on telling, if you go beyond the problem, the solution is there. So, the way Sir told, Kirti Kedia gave the Sir the sizes, but Sir fitted into that. So, that's made the Hafeez Sir today, whatever we are looking at. Sir, the way the lady came and told your boss to design a house, so we all would like to know, कि suppose today Hafeez sir has designed so many buildings, so many apartments. If you want to design a own house, how it would be and where it would be?
I've designed a house for myself in Khandala, and since it is in Khandala, it rains quite a lot. There's a lot, and it's right on top of the hill. So my house is not a contemporary house. It's a traditional house with a pitch roof. I was demolishing one bungalow at, this Bombay Central, and it had a nice veranda in stone. So I bought over from that demolition contractor, and I took that and installed it over there. There was a station getting demolished near Ray Road with all the properly cut stone. I bought that stone, and my house is in black stone with that veranda. I have made it in such a way that it can withstand the weather and it merges with the landscape. And I'm very happy with it. I don't have to paint it. It's now more than 25 to 26 years. I haven't painted it once. You come and have a look at it. It's as good as new. So whatever you do has to merge with the environment, and also it should be economical. So economy merging with the environment and also satisfying who is the owner. Now, I have built it for myself, but the owner is my wife. So satisfying everyone, everyone is happy.
So that once again brings us to that old is gold. So we should not forget our tradition and we should be stuck to it. Sir, your vision for Mumbai's future for next few decades, because high density urban areas are there. Affordability is day by day it is going on a toss. Luxury is taking over. Moreover, roles of stakeholders, what is your advice or one word to architect, developer, policy makers and customers? Because these are the four pillars of our real estate industry.
Okay. Mumbai, now this is a very, very crucial, tricky and very concerning problem as far as I'm concerned. A lot of you, I don't know, I started working in this city in 1968 when I was with Kharegat. My first salary was 30 rupees a month. Okay? And we used to get a building to design 10,000 square feet, and you say, oh my God, wow. What I'm trying to say, that Mumbai, I have been seeing since so many years. The need is one, and the supply is another. What I'm trying to say, that thousands of people come every day to Mumbai to settle down. We do not have the FSI to house them. Since we do not have the FSI to house them, they go into slums. Old buildings, we keep on churning. Old building where you not pay a single naya paisa in some other countries. We keep on paying and our prices are going up. I'll tell you, and I have been propagating that our FSI should be increased, our FSI should be increased. Once Mr. Manohar Joshi had met me in a flight and he was asking me, and he knew that I was the one who was propagating more FSI. And he asked me, Hafeez bhai, आपके हिसाब से क्या FSI होना चाहिए मुंबई का? And he was in the flight, and I knew that he never wanted to increase the FSI. I always thought, and I told Mr. Kshatriya also when he was the housing secretary, that our FSI, minimum FSI should be 8. But with fear, I said, sir, 5 should be enough. Because I thought if I say 8, he'll get a heart attack, and if he dies, I'll be in problem with nobody. So, oh, 5, you have the audacity to tell me 5 FSI? I said, sir, yes. And once he met me much, much later, he says, in my memoirs, I have written this, that you wanted FSI of 5. Yeah. Today, you calculate what FSI for Mumbai should be. And it doesn't require some brilliant guys to do it, okay? What is the area of Mumbai? 430 square kilometers, out of which 100 square kilometers goes in national park. Then Godrej, mangroves, railway land, defense land, university. You leave all of that. Finally, only 100 square kilometers comes for you. Let us forget, you don't have any roads, you don't have anything, no hospitals, no gardens, nothing. Take that 100 square kilometers, take your population, okay, and divide it that, her population of 5 for a family. Give only 500 square feet to each guy. Your FSI will come 8. And mind you, there's so much already done. Now today, we are having, with all the increase in FSI and everything, but the unfortunate thing is that there is a lot of taxes on that. It's being sold, so it is not making economic. So I feel that what is really needed, yes, redevelopment is the answer. Because if you look at it, country-wise, if you look at the population of India is 17.5%, our population is 17.5% of the world's population. We have only 2.5% of the world's land. Now look at it from an environmental and sustainability point of view. We need at least, 30% is forest land, which our Prime Minister has said, and in the Paris Accord also he said we'll increase it. 50% is your agricultural and rural. Wetland, hills, okay. Our urban cover is the maximum in the world because we all believe in ground and one upper, apna ghar, apna ghar, apna ghar, apna ghar, and that has taken up urban cover of 11%. Whereas all over the world, the urban cover is only 3%. Now, unless and until we reduce our urban cover, increase our forest, and do not gobble our farmland, our environmentally, we are in a complete doom. You will not feel it, I will not feel it, but people or boys and girls who are 17 and 18 years, who will come to our age, at that time, what will be the environment? Are you ready for that? So, the only way is denser, compact cities, denser cities. Go high-rise, because land is the only commodity which nobody can manufacture. And God has also stopped manufacturing that, okay? So what are you going to do? Population, we are not curbing that. Eating, we are not curbing it. We waste more food, we waste more water. So we are gobbling farmland. Stop gobbling farmland. Farmers gobble forest land. You have to increase your forest cover. So that is, so for a Mumbai, I would have done, create islands, create your urban spaces. Do not take away your new Bombay, which is all farmland. You are gobbling farmland. And you are happy that, oh, we are MMR region. It's all farmland. Why don't you create new space which is nearby your city? Create islands. But once we were reclaiming land, and people at that time took objection for reclaiming because there was corruption, this, that. Now it has become that reclamation is a crime. No, it is not a crime. It is a need of the hour. And if you don't look at need of the hour and follow only, no, this has to be done like this, I think you are doing a wrong thing. And you have to think about the future. You have to think about sustainability. And if you don't think about that, you are in trouble.
Sir, Sheikhs of Dubai has listened to your suggestion. I think they have reclaimed
No,
majority.
he's doing it for a different reason.
Yeah,
But his reason is right.
yeah.
He's glamorizing his land. He's glamorizing his land. See, what my headache can be solved by crocin. Your headache can be solved by enacin or something else. You have to have what is the need for you and solve that.
Sir, one thing I know where your heart gets pained. In world, there are in every city, suppose today we go to Dubai, Burj Khalifa is there, Singapore Marina Bay is there, Petronas Towers is in Malaysia. But if you really ask, I don't think in our India or especially in Mumbai, there are no iconic towers. We had our VT station or High Court or MCGM building which was built by Britishers long ago. So, what is your suggestion to the policymakers as well as developers that our city and country would also known by such towers?
Countries are known by their cities. Let's be very clear. When Empire State Building was done, before that, who was talking about USA? Empire State Building came. It is like a flag. You have a temple, you put a dhwaja high up. Then only the temple is known, otherwise it goes in. Same way, Petronas Tower. Every country has to have glamorization. And for that, the country itself plays a very important role. A private builder makes a building like that, he will go down in the drain. Or he will go in a grave which nobody will even be able to extract him. Because a high-rise building of that size and shape costs a lot of money. But in Mumbai, we can do it. The railway has got tons and tons of, acres and acres of land. They can redevelop that, make a lot of money out of that, and glamorize your city. See, everyone needs a nice place to stay. Everyone needs more gardens, more promenades. They need nightlife. But for some reason or the other, when we talk about nightlife, everybody says, no. But when we go abroad, everybody goes to nightclubs everywhere. Why? You have to stop being a hypocrite. Think what is right for you and do it.
Well said. A round of applause to sir, because sir can only speak like this. Otherwise, हम लोग सब क्या है कि पीछे से बात करते हैं लेकिन सामने से कोई नहीं बात करते. Sir, one thing is very, very important. आज there are so many architects, so many developers construct, design. But whenever you see a building designed by Hafeez, there no need of putting any name. तो सर जिसको भी देखा तो बोलते हैं कि नहीं नहीं ये तो हाफिज सर ने डिजाइन किया होगा. तो सर इसका राज क्या है? क्योंकि ये राज अगर आप बताएंगे नहीं ना तो क्या है, वो हफीज हफीज ही रह जाएंगे. लेकिन वी ऑल्सो वांट नॉट वन हफीज, वी वांट 100 हफीज टू कम ओवर.
Well, that's God's grace, I would say. And uh, when everybody was doing buildings, like a dabba, I started giving a shape and form. So people identify my buildings. A lot of times, some other guy has done it who has tried to copy me. But a lot of people say that, oh, that was done by you. So there's a plus points, there are minus points. So, but God has been very, very kind. And I think I have always thought about what is the need of the builder, what is the need, exactly what is to be done. And if it is satisfying the need, I think it satisfies the general people also.
Yes, sir. Sir, your philosophy, architecture should serve the need of the people. I would like to request you to help the audience understand the depth of this statement.
Okay. Once, see, anybody who enters my office, I don't say that, oh, this guy, a small job, I won't do it for him. Guy, a big job, yes, I'm definitely happy when I get a big job. I'm definitely happy. Okay. So I have never refused anybody. I often used to say that I have done work for everyone and everyone. Anybody who enters my office, I never ask. A lot of times I don't even know his name. But he says, Mera ye, and I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll quote you one very good example. Once a lady came to me, and I did not know that she was an IS officer. And she says, oh, Mr. Contractor, you're a big architect, you won't do my work. And I said, well, but tell me, what is it? No, I'm making schools in Maharashtra. And I just want you to do some quantities for me. I have already designed 10 by some 12 room. And we are making 500 schools in all the villages of Maharashtra. I said, but just 10 by 15 or 10 by 12 room is not a school. But what can I do? My budget is only 1,10,000. So I said, Acha. And he said, just do some quantities and all that, and I'm happy. But I said, that is not a school. I thought of it, and across the table, I said, you are going to do the schools in all the villages of Maharashtra? He says, yeah. I said, in villages of Maharashtra, you get rabbit, stone, some old bricks, anything you get very easily. And you get lots and lots of mud. He said, yeah. So I said, why don't we do a school in 1,10,000? He said, how can you do it? I designed a school for her in 1,10,000. I'll tell you how. I took about, say, half an acre of plot. I made a wall out of mud, stone, 6 feet wide and going about 5 to 6 feet high. In every village, beginning of the village or end of the village, you get old windows, old doors. So, and for these kind of schools, the mother comes and leaves the kid and goes away. The kids keep on running around and their security is the most important. So I made that cordoned off, made one door, old door, which you get it for 5,000, 6,000. In the wall, I made 2-3 windows, depth, which are my cupboard, where the slate and pencil will be kept. And I said that we'll select the place with 1 or 2 trees, 4 ballis and wooden ballis, which you buy from any of the forest guys, and made roofs in Bangalore tiles. Made 2 small circular compartments outside that compound where girls will go and pee and boys' toilet. And we took out the costing. It was coming less than 1,10,000. 10,000. Okay? And that is what you apply your mind. I'm telling you, the mind is the most fertile thing. You apply your mind, you'll get a solution. But you just can't say it is not possible. There is nothing that it is not possible if you apply your mind and get a solution. Thank you very much.
Sir, you have designed so many buildings, and I know that many a times you design and then the architect, the approving authority, the licensing architect comes and tells it is not possible. So we have to stop this, because when we want to really think of housing for all, one is that. So what's your advice and suggestion to the government? One thing. Second, the concept in this hall audience that Hafeez sir designs majorly luxury buildings, because if you see from wherever the projects are there, so the way you told now you have built a school within a 1 lakh rupees, the same way can a common man go and stay in a building where Hafeez is designing?
See, I have never got any prize for a low-cost housing. I have done lots and lots of low-cost housing. I designed the buildings as a low-cost. But when it turns out into a good-looking, it is sold as a high-cost.
Developers are to be blamed here.
No, for government also. When we did spaghetti housing for New Bombay, that was the first building where L&T used my one. And we did it. It was sold for a higher price. A concrete is a way, 1 cubic meter of concrete, this way or this way will cost the same. Maybe if you give some lot of shapes, it'll cost you slightly more, but not exorbitantly high. So you sculpt your building, you use your building and make them look better. So it is not that they are expensive. It should be designed well and it should look good. So you give me a job where you want to do buildings in, say, very economically, I'll design it for you. It'll look good. Don't sell it high.
This is the lesson for all the developers sitting in the room. What you design and what you conceptualize the price. I know you get the price, you are getting tempted, but keep it in mind, because the real estate industry, they are telling time up.
Oh.
So the real estate industry, I keep on telling, God has created this place, and after God has created this place, whatever is built is designed by people like Hafeez and built by people like us. Sir, last thing, I think the time is also up, but I think people are enjoying it, that's why I also stretch little more. Sir, वो कॉफ़ी विद करण वगैरह देखते हैं तो उसमें रैपिड फायर होता है, तो मैं बोला कि why only this thing, let's have some rapid fire. So your favorite building, you have designed so many, you can't tell many. I know you can't displease many of them, but you can tell here. Yeah.
I think the favorite building, I would say the most recent one, because it's like a girlfriend. That's the old girlfriend, new girlfriend. The most favorite is that. So it's same thing with a building. The most, because I am occupied with that. So today it's this, tomorrow it will be different.
So it's good. You can have everyday new girlfriend.
And I have, I consider, I tell all my assistants, consider your clients as your girlfriends and treat them like that. I really say it. You can ask all my guys who work for me, okay?
One thing I should tell, whenever we have gone, we might be thinking कि Hafeez sir is busy, तो Hafeez sir को शायद नहीं मिलेंगे और अपना काम जो भी उनके साथ जो the person who is looking after our project उससे मिल के जाएंगे. But Hafeez sir doesn't leave us. बोला नहीं नहीं यहाँ आओ मैंने बता शू चालू है. So that's the difference between all other architects and Hafeez sir. Sir, favorite city for architecture?
New York. New York.
Unfortunately, it's not India. We want to build one
No,
city in India
no,
now.
but
Yeah.
I think it's a great city, and it teaches us a lot, and fantastic city.
Admired architect after Hafeez.
I admire a lot of architects. I like say I really like Foster, I, Michael Graves, so many of them, and each one has got a different way of doing things. I would say that I used to like Charles Correa's work also quite a lot, and there is good thing in each and every one. You just look at good things. Don't look at the negative part. That is my way of looking at things.
Sir, admired developer. Because many developer आपसे plan लेके जाते होंगे लेकिन बनाते नहीं होंगे building वैसे.
See, I like a developer after the design is made, and even if he finds that things are expensive, he doesn't just say, I don't want to do it. He says, let's do it, economize on it. I want to do what I promise, but I want to do this. A lot of them say, "Arey, bo expensive, che bo expensive, kari nako, kari nako." Don't. I don't like those developers, but I still work for them. I convince them. But there are developers who says it's gone very, very expensive. Think about a way how we can do it. That's the developer I admire.
Yes. A round of applause for those developers. Sir, one wish, suppose if he gives from government, developer and customer, one wish from each one of them.
You should be able to, a house for every Indian, an affordable house for every Indian. That is my wish, and it can be done. The thing is that we feel that the answer is with us. No, the answer is not with us. As I said, creating new land, the answer is with the government. Creating policies, how you can do economic housing. I had gone and showed to the government. Railway has got so much of land, acres and acres and acres of land. That land all over the country. That land only take it. Make 30 story building which is just next to the railway land. Railway has got ground and one upper housing. They're all dilapidated. Half of them, nobody is staying there. Create that and solve the problem of housing of India and give affordable. Do not increase your prices of housing. One is the cost of construction. The other, the government levies so much of duties that it makes the housing unaffordable. Do not want that duty right on the day one. Let them stay. For the first few years, charge them duty in a gradual manner. Then increase the duty. By the time his son, everybody has started earning. That is the way how you should levy duty. The city also has to earn, but not on the day one, when nobody has got money. Day one, make the housing affordable. It's like giving a loan to a student to study. You can't just say study. That's the same way housing. We need 40% of our people, forget, whole of India are still staying in slums. And if you look at dilapidated buildings, 70% of India stays in dilapidated buildings. And God forbid if there is a big earthquake or anything like that, what will happen? And we need to, the need for housing, the need for new offices, need for everything for our country is so large. The statistics say that we have to build one Chicago every year. Can you imagine what is the quantum? We have to have proper policies. And that is what is not happening.
So one advice to the next generation.
So many advice we are given. Just let them pick whatever they like. whatever suits them.
Sir, last one. If Hafeez wouldn't have been an architect, what would have been Hafeez? Other than you told you had to go to military. Other than given, yeah.
I really wanted to go to the armed forces. Let me be very frank. And that was my love. And, but I used to always design forts and bikes and everything. So when I had gone to that architect's office, I saw a guy drawing a window detail and I say, I khotti chai. And that's how I became an architect. So I would have been an artist or an architect. And both are one and the same to me.
So yeah, a round of applause to the real legend of our industry. And once again, thank you very much, sir. We are very proud and honored. Thank you.
Thank you very much for
Wow, that
all the
was-
good words. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, all of you.
That was truly a very, very interesting session. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful insights. Can I please request you to remain on stage for a few more moments? And now I would request Rajan, sir, to please felicitate architect Hafeez Contractor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for our two industry veterans on stage. Rhythm Gada, are you here with us? Can I please have you on stage?